Good morning. I'm just going to start up a stream with you for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, just so I can get a bit of a touch on the schedule. Sit back, enjoy, get some popcorn, and we'll go for a ride. Cool, so if you don't know about all of these things, it's pretty much the same as the video that I made last time, about 4 or 5 days ago. Let's clear this out. I mean, there's nothing particularly fancy about what's on this character, so I'm happy with just straight up deleting it. I might just quickly see if I can. Just because I have a second video card in the case and it's running a little hot, so I think that's causing it to throttle. Yeah, for some reason it's throttling hard and taking a lot of requirements from it, so that's a little concerning.
Do you think you're savage enough to face the land of the damned, Immortal? We offered you truth, yet still...
So yeah, solo self-found as always, doing Hardcore League. Yeah, it's been a while since I haven't done solo self-found, so I particularly just enjoy the fact that
You and
yeah, I guess it just makes it harder and reminds me of my Diablo 2 days. I'm more or less reminiscent of those days. So, pop that there. My clicking is kind of off today, so let me get back into that clicky click mood. Yeah, see, my GPU is all over the place. It's running pretty slow because it's running hot. So I may just have to switch the GPU around when I get home tonight. I reckon it should be fine for like a half hour to hour session, but if I go doing anything that's considerably larger, I'll definitely switch it around before I do it. So it doesn't feel like there's any considerable changes to Twilight Strand, which is interesting. It usually happens from level 2 onwards, I believe, so once we've done Hillock. Probably helps if I put that Ruthless rune in there. Sorry, gem. Yeah, there you go. Mana, Driftwood, I don't care. Well, okay, I'll take it anyway. Rustic Sash, always good. And I'll take those because who cares, extra slots. So, now that we're in town, let's take a look at what we've got. Okay, so... Wow, Avatar of Fire is down here now. What the fuck? Okay, so Righteous Army is over there. What is this? Is this a witch? No. So the starting positions are the same, but the positions of the actual notables are... What? So Resolute Technique's in the same spot. Cannot recover... okay, interesting. Smashing Strike, Staff Attack. So Staffs are down here now. Say increase... Say Elemental Judgment. Yeah, these are the same. However, the... Totem shift is blowing my mind at the moment. What the... And it's up here now. What? And then you've got... Ah, okay, interesting. So you've got this dump next to it, and you can just go straight into Ancestral Bond. That's pretty cool. I like that. And it means I don't have to dip all the way up here in order to get to Avatar of Fire. So that's handy. I do like that. This is almost tempting to do some sort of, like, totem minion build. That'd be pretty hilarious. When you have so many minion nodes next to the totem nodes, it's half tempting. I haven't tried it before, but I'm sure there would be some way of doing it. Yeah, interesting. So this is how they run. Wow, okay. I mean, I could essentially just go boop, 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 and then straight into the Holy Dominion, and then just get more elemental damage and shift into Discipline Training and just get a ton of health. That's actually quite interesting. I might actually see if I can pull up a web page and do a quick Poe Planner and see what I can get with what I have. I'm sure at some stage I'll build a path of building or something. I reckon this league I'll just do a self-built build. I'll also need to activate the web browser so you guys can see what I'm actually looking at. Yeah, cool. So helps when it doesn't just randomly reset on us. Yeah, so we're starting from, not from Scion, my friend. Marauder, current patch, yeah, I'm assuming it's on the current patch. Yeah, Avatar of Fire is all the way over here, so that makes sense. Yeah, so usually I like to go for life, particularly at the start of the league. It's definitely helpful. Life, damage. So this is still our physical damage for two-handers. Elemental resist into elemental resist is 5% to all elemental resistances. Okay. And that's still life regen? Yeah, okay. So that's fine. I'm curious to see what these notables were. Okay, so I'm assuming that that's a mace notable, so it'll give me something particularly interesting regarding maces. So I guess we'll head up here, and then we could try out our first Warcry Mastery. Interesting, so here's that those new notables being shifted onto the actual node. Exerted attacks deal 25% increased damage. Warcries cannot exert travel skills. Interesting. Remove an ailment when you Warcry. Recover 15% of life when you... Wow, okay. So I am going to go into that and then just grab that straight off the bat. Increased damage for each time you've Warcried recently. Wow, the 20% increased damage is nice as well. Warcries debilitate enemies for 1 second. Warcries have a minimum of 10 power, so wow, that's really powerful. I might actually grab that, and then can I think you have to spend a point in here in order to actually get the perk. You can't, oh no you can, you just have to click on it a million times. So generally I'm fine life-wise while I'm going through the early game, because the health, you generally can only really get health pots until a bit later. So that's the health tree. What does it give us? Plus 15 maximum life, generate 2%, increase maximum life, reduce life recovery rate. Okay. Reduce life cost of skills. I guess that's good for a blood build. 50% increased life recovery from flask use when long way. Vitality has 100% increased mana reservation efficiency. Mana reservation efficiency. What? What is vitality then? I have to double check this. So, pay vitality. Doesn't that just reserve? Cast an aura that grants life regeneration to you and your allies. So it's 100%. Does that mean that it doesn't consume any mana? If that's the case, that's pretty strong. I'd almost be tempted to invest in that. Although it does take up a slot, so you've got to take that into account. As much as it's a nice perk, it grants life regeneration to you and your allies. You and nearby allies regenerate 15 to 247 life per second. Yeah, I mean, we can give it a sus later. For now, I'm just going to look past it. Elemental resistances, resistance and ailment protection mastery. You cannot be maimed, you cannot be hindered, you cannot be impaled. Oh, nice. Corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you. Oh, nice. 20% chance to avoid being stunned, 20% reduced effective curses on you, 12% to all elemental resistances, 7% to chaos. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so if I'm feeling a bit low on my resistances, I can always shift into that. Wow, unwavering stance is there now. That is so close. 20% of armor. Like, my mind is blown. They've really shifted things around. I don't have to invest as much in order to get to an end point. It's kind of nice. Yeah, blood magic sitting there is logical. What was this? Warcry, 7 debilitate. Yeah, so you still have to get down here in order to get the instant Warcry cooldown, so that's understandable. That is a pretty strong notable. Oh, what? Interesting. Strength? Wow, okay. What? They've even changed the look of this. Although they haven't changed the actual points, so that's fine. Check out damage, yeah, that's fine. Titanic Zeal. So we don't have our totem portion that's that used to be down here. It's replaced with this notable. I'm assuming that's because that totem portion has been shifted up to here now. So let's have a look at the totem bonuses actually. Totem's action speed cannot be modified to below base value. Handy. Skills that would summon totem have 30% chance to summon 2 totems instead. Does that take up my totem limit, or I'm confused? If that takes up my totem limit, then I'm kind of concerned. Hey Matt, how's it going? So the stats on this totem tree, this totem node are very familiar. Totems taunt enemies around them for 1 second when stunned. Taken from your nearest totem's life before you. Ooh, that's nice. That is a nice notable. Increased global, 50% increased totem placement range. The placement range I don't care so much about. I can get past that. So wait, if we were to go down this path, what is this? Link mastery. Enemies inflict elemental ailments on you instead of linked targets. Ah, that's the linking that they have. Yeah, no, I won't be doing that in Slowly Self-Found, so that makes no difference to me. So I guess like I would be investing in here. If I get a second one, can I tick off a second box? No. Interesting. So you can only grab the one per node. So you actually want to make a smart decision onto where you're actually investing. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just playing for a little bit to try out to learn the mechanics in person for this league, and then I've got to head off for the day to do some stuff with my car that's up here. And then once I've done that, I'll come back and I'll probably play a little bit more. Just because, you know, new league, so completely whole new mechanics, new fun stuff to try out and test, and funky new builds to do. So that's 1, 2, and then 3 in order to invest all the way over there. Whereas if I go 1, 2, then I have access to go straight up. I'm sure we'll find the best route very shortly, but for the meantime, attack damage is doubled, chance to block spell damage is doubled, you take 65% of damage from blocked hits. That'll be handy now that that's there. If I get a face breaker nice and early, then I'll be able to shift into shield only. Until then, I'll be using two-handed, so we'll mostly build the build around not needing a shield, and then once I've got the face breaker, I'll invest in the shield. So fire exposure, you and fleet supplies an extra -5% to fire resistance. Ooh, actually that's kind of half decent. 40% of physical damage converted to fire. That is, I mean, once I get my Avatar of Fire, that's handy, because this, that, and then the Avatar of Fire, essentially, from my understanding, shift it from a 50% physical to fire to 100% physical to fire. So plus 20% fire damage over time, multiplier, minus 30% to fire resistance. Okay, that's kind of painful. Increased fire damage per 20 strength. Okay, that's pretty handy. Chance to cover enemies in ash when they hit you. 40% physical damage converted to fire damage. 2% of life when you ignite a non-ignited enemy. Okay, well, I mean, to begin with, that's handy, but come later, it's not really going to serve much purpose for us. So it's a risky ball game you play when you do that. So what I might do is, I think early I would do either that or so per 20 strength I would do the 1% increased fire damage. Either way, in this notable, I think I would be investing in the 40% because I won't be getting this until much later. Generally, it's kind of risky to invest in full fire damage this early because you'll come across fire-resistant enemies a lot. So this is just War Banner. Oh no, it's just general, okay. Increase physical damage for skills that cost life. I mean, you can turn anything into a skill that costs life, provided you have the right gems. So that's kind of cool. Skills that leave lingering blades. Okay, I don't know about this lingering blades. I'll have to get that a sus. Have 20% chance to leave 2 lingering blades instead of 1. Skills that leave lingering blades have plus 10 to maximum lingering blades. What? What are these lingering blades? Yeah, helps if I type it in correctly. Blades per. I've always enjoyed that it's relatively easy to search these things up. So, Lingering Blade. So from Bladefall and Ethereal Knives. Lingering Blades are created by certain skills and can be detonated with... Ah, okay, yep. Handy. So it's essentially like a mine. Pretty cool. I would love to do a build like that at some stage. Seems pretty cool. Just throw a fan of knives and then just detonate it so everything around you just blows up in a circle. So again, with this build, you just rush straight for Resolute Technique. We're not actually looking to do any critical damages, because again, in this, if you get reflected on critical damage, you essentially get destroyed. And I like not being destroyed, thank you very much. Okay, so that's a life regeneration node. I'm not particularly interested in the life regeneration node. I'd have to invest another 3 points to go that way, so I'll do that later. Increase totem damage, totem placement speed. This might be handy when we actually get our totems. So we shift up, we invest in some life. And you grab that 6% increased maximum life, because they usually only give around about 4 to 5%, so that's a really good investment. I'm finding it so interesting that this connects straight into this now. Like, the potential to shift into the extra life on this tree is insane. Increased damage, attack and cast speed. I'm not too sure if that applies to totems. If it does apply to totems, then I'm half tempted to just pop into this tree. 20% increased attack damage, melee, critical strike, not so interested in that. Spell damage, so I'd probably hit Holy Dominion. The extra elemental damage, the chance to freeze, shock and ignite, and then 12% all elemental resistances. And then grab this life node, and then go up towards this increased damage node. And I could get a lot out of that tree, actually. That'd be pretty cool. So we'll shift up. Don't care about that. This is all minions, so I guess the question is, does totem count as minion? If it does, then whoa, these tree changes are insane. Totem allies are not considered to be minions and are therefore not affected by minion specific modifiers. Okay, so I'm going to be avoiding the minion stuff then. That's unfortunate. Yeah, cool, and I'll probably invest in all of these until 4% increase maximum energy shield. Wait, what? They tacked energy shield onto this. This used to be chaos resistance. That's kind of sucky. I guess, like, for warriors who like to use energy shield? The fuck? Yeah, they literally pulled the fire damage out from up here. This whole section used to be pretty much fire damage and staves. Now it's just staves, and it shifts over into... Yeah, there's a little bit of fire damage here. I'm not particularly interested in going all the way down here for that, though. It's not really worth it. And then you invest into that. We'll grab totems, skills that would summon totem, 30% chance to summon 2 totems instead. 5% of damage from hits is taken from your nearest totem's life before you. Totems taunt enemies around them for 1 second when summoned. 60% increased global critical strike chance if you've summoned a totem recently. 50% increased totem placement speed. So I'd either do the 1 second when summoned, or 5% of damage from hits is taken from your nearest totem's life before you. And in hardcore, it's probably wisest to go with the reduced damage taken. So it takes it from the totems before it takes it from you. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, the plot thickens. So that's something new. Um, yeah, I am actually kind of fascinated by that now. Is this actually streaming properly? It keeps freezing out on me. I'm not sure if it's doing the same for you guys. Might also just be my computer. The laptop is running a bit hot. Not too sure why. I may need to give it a reboot. So we'll look at this 10% increase max, reduce life recovery. Um, so one thing I want to check, does life recovery apply to potions? Whoa, that's really white. It's unchanged, percent increase slash reduce recovery speed rate causes the flask to recover the same total amount at a faster slash slower rate. I think it just applies like a blanket over all life recovery. So if that's the case, that's kind of risky. I might step away from investing into that as much as it's a nice extra 10% life. It is a bit risky. So I'm actually going to go with a 50 to maximum life for that. Increased fire damage, 12% increased area of effect, increased cast speed. So this is pretty interesting. I might dabble in that. That's blocking spell damage, and that's minions, -1 to the number of totems. So I might keep in this tree, I might not. Again, we've got a lot of options to choose from, so we'll have a look at our options and then we will invest. So this is more totems. So this is the other thing, as much as these notables are nice and you could grab everything from a notable, you still have to make that judgment call as to whether or not you want to invest at a certain point. 2% of life recovery second while moving, interesting. So I guess that's their attempt to try to prevent corrupted blood. Increase life recovery from flasks when used on low life. I mean, I might just invest into that there, because I'll be investing into the maximum life as soon as possible. Cool, those are crits. I don't care about crits. And then we'll go down here towards this life node. That's regeneration, actually. I don't want that. I wanted this one. Yeah, cool. So 15% reduced life cost of skills. Does that actually take a point though? That was my question before. Yes, it does take a point to invest into the node. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what they said in their presentation, but I just wanted to double check. Skip on that for now. So this is another notable that's nice. It has the percent increase to life. So armor while affected by a guard skill. You take 30% reduced damage from critical strikes. Ooh, wow, that's nice. 20% chance to defend with 200% of armor. 50% increased stun threshold. Okay. Determination has 25% increased mana reservation efficiency and 100% increased armor from equipped shield. That'll be handy for when we do get our shield. So if we get a face breaker, we'll be shifting into a shield build pretty quick. So I'm trying to remember what determination is. So determination. So determination casts an aura that grants armor to you and your allies. You and nearby allies gain 32 to 51% more armor. Okay, so That's only a 25% increased mana reservation efficiency, though. I'm not that thrilled by that. This 30% reduced extra damage from critical strikes is nice, though. That's pretty handy. Obviously, and the 100% increased armor from equipped shield is nice as well. So, to be honest, I would probably do the reduced damage from criticals, just because they can hurt like hell, and sometimes they can instantly rip you. So, I can honestly say I've had my fair share of being deleted because something crit me really hard, or it crit me, reduced me down, popped my immortal call, I believe it is. So it essentially sets you immortal for about 0.3 of a second or something, but it's quite often enough to stop it from just 100 to zeroing you. You'll just get put down to like 25% HP, and then it will block all damage for 0.3 seconds, and then you can heal up. It's just that it sucks when you get hit, and then 0.3 seconds later something else hits you like a truck and then kills you. Because something reduced you, popped your immortal call, and then something else crit you for all of your health and instantly KO'd you. 1% increased damage per 5 of your lowest attribute. Okay, so plus 5 strength. So if you have something that are more or less even, and then you can really leverage that. That's pretty cool. 5% increased attributes. That's nice. 5 to intelligence per allocated mastery passive. Okay, cool. So this is like a way of investing into stats. Pretty cool. I do like that they've tried to change it up and set it up in a way that allows people to really switch around their builds based on what they need at the time. Increased physical attack damage while holding a shield, 3% chance to block, 10% increased physical attack damage while holding a shield. Attack skills deal 14% increased damage from the elements while holding a shield, 30% increased defenses from equipped shield. 10% increased damage with elements while holding a shield, 10% increased physical. So it's worth it to get that. 5% chance to block attack damage when holding a shield. Yeah, so this is more or less the same as well. What are my shield masteries though? So counterattacks have a 50% chance to debilitate on hit for 1 second. Interesting. Plus 1% chance to block attack damage per 5% chance to block on equipped shield. So if you get like 30% block chance on a shield, then that essentially sets you to a 6% chance to block attack damage. So that's pretty handy. Intimidate enemies for 4 seconds on block while holding a shield. Okay. 20% chance to avoid elements. The reason why I say okay is because I generally try to stay away from getting into a block situation. Hence the reason of using totems. 20% chance to avoid ailments while holding a shield. I can live with that. 2% increased attack damage per 75 armor or evasion rating on shield. Ooh, that's handy. Yeah, so the attack damage will be applied to our totems, which is handy. So we'll probably grab that. And then if we do get another notable in shields, then we'll probably look at getting the block attack damage. Cover 2% of life on kill if you've spent life recently. 30% increased damage to skills that cost life. I'm half tempted to just link a life tap with my totems now. As much as the gem doesn't provide damage. Yeah. It's just insane not to, I guess. It's seriously just too insane. It's half tempting to just invest in these instead of shifting down here now. There's a lot of life nodes, but you've got to traverse a fair way in order to get to that part of the tree. I guess, like, if we're at this stage, then And if we were to get that, then, and you try to more or less keep moving. It's me and my need for life nodes in hardcore, running out of options. Endurance charge when you're here. Okay, so that's just flat armor. We'll definitely want that. We'll want to invest into the Warcries as well. Increase Warcry speed, increase Warcry duration, Warcry speed, duration, cooldown, effects. So this is definitely a nicer part of the tree to go into. Remove an ailment when you Warcry, recover 15% of life, so 20% increased damage for each time you've Warcried recently. So to be honest, we'll probably want to do this one here. So the increased damage is nicer there. And then we'll do the life here. And then do the increased damage here. Yeah, cool. Oh wow, they put Fortify here as well. Interesting. Interesting. Wowie. Melee hits Fortify, -3 to maximum fortification, +3 maximum fortification, 100% increased fortification duration, 10% reduced damage over time taken while you have at least 20 fortification. Interesting. We'll see what this tree is like. I might actually end up tapping out of it. But we'll see. Wow. This is such a good tree now. Before it was more or less useless. You didn't get that much life from it. So it wasn't that considerable of a passive point. Increased stun threshold and life regen. That's nice. Not really that interested. 200% of armor, maximum damage reduction for any damage type is 50%. Oh yeah, let's not do that. Stun, block recovery, endurance charge, double stun, knockback, and then axes, minion, well, leech, two-hand. And this is all resistances, so I'm not really that interested in that. I'm pretty sure I don't use any evasion items, so I could essentially invest into unwavering stance so I don't get stunned. Or yeah, if you invest into unwavering stance and then grab this, so you can grab the notable passive there as well. Wow. And then I'd definitely be going for that extra block chance. And then wow, and then there's a Warcry section here as well. Wow. They've made it worthwhile actually investing and going down this path now. And then weapons penetrates fire damage with attack skills. Okay, that's interesting. Although to get down there is kind of a pain in the ass. You have to go this extra way to get to the end objective. That's bleeding. Some more fortification. More Warcry. More health and health regen, iron reflexes, and converts all evasion rating to armor. Dexterity provides no bonus to evasion rating. Okay, so that's what they've done. They've put unwavering stance up here, so you can't evade enemy attacks, but if you have evasion, then it doesn't get translated. Whereas you have to then work your way all the way down here in order to get iron reflexes so that you can exchange your evasion into armor, so that you aren't wasting part of your resistances and your defenses. So that's good to invest into always. That's good, and that's good. These are all good notables. 3% chance to block attack damage while holding a shield. That's a good defensive. Although it's not a notable, you can't actually invest a point into that. Remove an ailment when you Warcry. So removing the ailment is definitely handy. Ah, this one's all the way down here. That is so unfortunate. There's a long way to traverse the tree to reach. Volpact is over there. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm not really going to be using attack skills. Two-handers, dual-handers, projectiles. Um, there's nothing too notable worth investing into while going across here. So the new path down might actually be along the central nodes here now. Wow, okay. And then you shift down, grab the iron reflexes, and then invest into the totems down here. So we're obviously 2 points over for level 100, that is, and that's provided you can get to level 100. That would be insane extra damage to the totems, though. It'd be really unfortunate to invest into that super late. So generally, what ends up happening is, and you can probably use, yeah, probably use the chance to summon too. So usually what I would end up doing is there would be more notables along the path down here, and I would actually, after I've gotten my ancestral bond up here, I would start traveling down a tree, and then down here, and then make my way over to this node because it's such a strong passive notable. It has so many nice damage modifiers for your totems. But with the way that they've been positioning things, it seems more logical to start shifting down that way now. It's pretty insane. Did we get the point in Avatar? Yeah, we did. Awesome, cool. So we've got a fair amount of penetration, fair amount of fire damage, fair amount of sustain with life, so that's always handy. An issue that is going to arise is we don't have any of the jewel sockets, so if we're actually going to invest in jewels, I would need to take points out somewhere. And to be honest, the points would probably come out of the reduced life cost, because the cost of the abilities that I had before weren't that crazy. So it was quite sustainable. But again, new league, new mechanics, we'll see if it craps on everything I know. If it does crap on everything I know, then yeah, we're going to be playing a new style and trying to play around it. So yeah, I'd probably take out this, I'd take out this, and I'd probably take out this. This is just, yeah, 10%, 6%, 6%, 6%, really strong. Although the thing that kind of sucks is, I think it's this one, yeah, with the energy shield. That's kind of a punch to the face. Yeah, I'm half tempted to pull out all these points actually, and reinvest them, probably shifting into Dominion, grab Discipline. Yeah, that's probably it. Just grab Discipline from that tree, because there's 10% increase Elemental, and then the Elemental here, all the Elemental resistances, which is nice. It means I can re-gear my items to reflect that, and then Discipline Training, which is an insane boost to our health. Still too many points being spent, so what I might actually do is Oh, that 10% increased life is so yummy. Increase damage with skills that cost life. Yeah, and that's still so yummy too. But that's only if I choose to stick to things costing life. So again, the reduced cost of skills is still handy. Yeah, and then 10% increased life. Yeah, that's fine. But this one, like, as nice as it seemed, I haven't actually used any life costers on my totems, and that's where all my damage is going to be coming from. So if they're not costing me life, they're not getting the bonus. So now we're looking more healthy for the points. It may be worthwhile to invest into a jewel socket, possibly there, or one that's more friendly towards stats that we need. That's a strength jewel socket now, okay. That used to be intelligence. And that was super handy having intelligence along this path here. Now I have to try to make up for it elsewhere. Huh. The plot thickens. Might be worthwhile taking out of the fortification. As much as the fortification is nice, it's not going to do that much for us. I'd much rather start investing it into jewel sockets so that I can get other attributes that are a lot crazier for us. And if we get something that's a lot more specific to our build as well, that means that we'll just have a better time all round. And it also means that it's adaptable, so we can shift jewel sockets in and out a lot easier than taking points out of the passive tree. Cool, so I think that's all my passives assigned, bar there's one that needs to be signed. Yeah, where's that 10% life? It's around here somewhere. I think I did it down here actually. Yeah, so the life recovery, I need that. Last thing I want to go doing is go into something crazy and then realize that I don't have enough life recovery to regenerate before I get blown up. So, that's a thing. Okay, so we've had a look over our portion of the tree. There's obviously always more stuff going on with the tree. But again, we're not going to bother with that for the moment. I'd definitely like to look at, I guess, a summoner build and see how many minions I can pull out, and then at some point maybe try an assassin build, and I don't know, we'll see what we do from there. I think Tay's going to try out a flicker build in standard. Yeah, you can see it's getting pretty busy because there's a whole bunch of people that just joined on in this league. Oh, someone's got a life sprig already. Oof.
Stay sharp out there.
Wow-e. Molten Strike, Ground Slam. I might grab the Ground Slam. Yeah, I'm pretty aware of how these work, my friend. Thank you. Cool, so we've reached our first level. We'll grab our life. This is hardcore. If it was standard, then I'd possibly look at doing something a bit more risky, but again, it's not standard, so I need life. Life it is, my friend. Cool, so when we do get the chance to actually use that, we will use that. Actually, what are my options? I need to double check my options first before I start committing to anything. Oof, yeah, my video card is running toasty. So yeah, I'll need to switch it out when I get back. I wanted to go to UNESA,
Yes?
purchase items. Yeah, that's fine. Cleave, there we are. And then Spectral is fine, Glacial Hammer, no, Smite, Ruthless. So I think Ruthless is the only support we get at this
God
stage.
hasn't abandoned us.
We'll leave Cleave
Still alive.
there, we'll purchase items, red, green, blue, cost 2 wisdoms. I can't afford that right now as much as it would be nice to grab. I really just need 2 axes, 2 half decent axes. So this one's half decent, as much as it's red, red, green. It's better than this blue axe. Yeah, I guess I'm stuck with this red, red, green. And then this green, red, green. And it's not 3 linked either, so that's unfortunate. Oh, and there's another leather cap there with red, green, blue. Sheesh. Yeah, fuck it, I'll grab that, I'll pop it in there. I'll switch this over. This can probably actually live in here. This can go in here, this can get switched into here, and then Cleave can go here. And then that'll live there for now, until I get some scrolls. Once I get some scrolls, then I can start doing some stuff, but at the moment I've just started. Oh, Jesus, wow, I can tell already that this
Exile.
is gonna
Hurry.
kill my video card.
There's no time. I've become too weak to sustain the blood crucible. Take it. Make its power your own.
Okay, I will. Cool. So this is that blood crucible we were talking about. Boop. You grab that, you pop the crucible in here, and then I believe you click on here and you can choose an item that you can like manipulate or transform. I think it takes it out of your inventory though, so you have to deal with that. If it's something that you use for your build, you can no longer use it. Okay. So until I have a second axe in my hand, I am still using this ability. It's unfortunate. It really sucks having no mobility either. So it looks like there's people that have already gotten to Act 6, I believe it is, the canyon. But again, they would have been waiting for the moment it comes out and then started playing straight away. Whereas I am fallible. I am very much a human who needs his sleep. Normally I don't bother with this chick, she takes way too long, and I might actually do that. I don't know why I decided I would go against my norm. She's just not worth the time investment. Fuck it. We're doing her anyway. Cool. Do we have a wisdom scroll? No, we don't. Really? That's very silly. Let's definitely activate that though. That's kind of handy. So we'll spend our next point as well. So they've changed the sound effect and the particle effect on that now. So I guess they decided whilst they were doing up the tree, they would start making it look fancier as well. Although I'm assuming because this is a lot of different mechanics and new things that they've added in, they haven't accounted for the shitload of optimizations that they'll need to do to make sure that they don't destroy people's computers. So I currently don't have a loot filter on, so I'm having to look at all items that drop, which is a little painful for me. Oh, what? Hail rakes right here. Interesting. Keep dodging his shit. The moment he hits me with anything that's frost, it slows me down and makes the clear a lot slower. Wow, that's all pretty crappy. Actually, that rusted coif is a lot better for me because I'm more after the reds. And then driftwood club and then rawhide boots. So I might as well grab these boots for now until I have a pair of Moby boots. So here's the other thing. When you're here and you're really starting out, in order to save time and effort and also a portal scroll, it's best to just log out. Brings you straight back to town. You can turn in your items. So chance to bleed, onslaught, and ancestral call. I'll probably grab the onslaught.
Farewell.
Yeah,
Yes.
cool. Sell some items to you. Sell the shield. Sell that. I'll keep that for now. That'll be handy to pop in there. Kind of annoying that I can't do that while trading. And then you can, I'll hold on to that. That can go in there now. These will go into my stash. That needs to sit in a slot at least. And then I have to wait until level 4 for that. Okay. Cool. So I shall sell this, this, and this.
Goodbye.
And I shall pop that, and that in my stash. We will go back to the coast. Actually, no, I did not mean to go to the coast. I meant to buy something from Tarvik or something. I can't remember his name. Tarkley, that's the one.
Got a job for you.
Nothing red, green, blue. It's not like I really have wisdom scrolls to buy red, green, blues at the moment for chromas. So, I mean, I don't even have the wisdom scroll to buy this frickin' axe that I need. I really just need an axe to drop now. Yeah, like that one would be half decent. If I could just use that one, that would be nice. I may just have to pick up random crap and then sell it for a wisdom scroll just so I can grab that axe. Because that would actually be a decent one. I could then do a 3-link, as much as it removes the other 3 slots, because I can only carry a 1 two-hander. It at least opens me up to being able to do a lot more damage and a faster clear. As much as this ground slam is nice, I'm used to using cleave a lot more in the early levels. Apparently Path of Exile 2 is supposed to be a lot more friendly for lower level, and the ability is supposed to be a lot more engaging. But again, we'll see when we actually get to play the thing. Cool, I think I've got enough items to sell. Yeah. Grab that and sell that as well. So this is kind of a waste of time, honestly, just because I want to use a certain skill. I guess I should have saved that other wisdom scroll just to
Still
purchase.
alive, are we? Farewell.
Yeah, so here's the thing. If we grab that now, yeah, we've got 2 wisdom scrolls. Haha.
Still alive.
Now I can
are
buy
we?
my item. Thank you. Cool. So we'll actually switch this over into here. Grab that out of there. Pop that here and pop that in.
Farewell.
Now we can grab the cleave, the ruthless support, and the onslaught and pop them in here so they're actually bound together. We can actually do something with that now. Yeah, so the quicksilver, that can sit in my one, actually in garb, that's usually where I put it. Cool. If we go back into the waypoint now and then shift over to the coast, I'm half tempted to see what comes out of, actually what do we get from, yeah, someone's already reached level 73. Again, they've been grinding like a motherfucker since 5 o'clock, so they've spent almost 5.5 hours at least already. 5.5, 6 hours. And they've probably already done all their research beforehand as well, so that's the other thing. Purchase items, 18%, 16%, 20%, and it's got 10% cold resistance. I mean, that's alright. It's 1 times orb of transmute, yeah, okay. Fuck it. I mean, it's the first area. We'll test out the mechanic, I'll pop my belt into it and we'll see how we go. Or I could pop this rusted cloak from there. Oh shit. I didn't pop anything in my crucible. Okay, so it leaves the items, that's handy. It doesn't help that I didn't have anything in the crucible at the time. Okay. Wait, what was that debuff? I'm just genuinely curious. Scourge monsters deal 1% more damage to you with hits and ailments. You have 1% more quantity of items found from Slaying Scourge. You have 1% more rarity of items found from Slaying Scourge. 0.5% more corruption absorbed by items in your blood crucible. Okay, so you could essentially kill things, run into a crucible, then kill things again within the same zone, and then start up a second crucible within that time. Wow, he cock-blocked me for that chest. Is that all three? Yeah, that's all three. Cool. So I can actually walk over to the flooded depths and start doing stuff in there. Ooh. Oop, there's that other rusted hatch I wanted before. Now I've got this item, it doesn't really matter. So kiting them around like that gives you the ability to clump them together a bit more, so that when you do a swing it hits more of them at once. This means faster clear speeds. Ooh, that's one thing I forgot to change. Sorry, I'll just be a sec. I'm updating the stream to be more appropriate to what it actually is. I just noticed it was still on Darkest Dungeon. Cool. Oh, my chat's not showing up. Wow, that's annoying. Come on. Laptop's choking at the moment. I think it needs a restart. One sec, I'm doing this one-handed. No, don't give me a capture. I don't want a capture. I don't know what bridges are. I don't see any bridges in this photo. What? Okay. I'm just gonna pretend like that's okay. Ooh, Crema. Wow, my clicking is really off this morning. Out of the way! Out of the way! Again, that's what happens. mm. Yeah, if I refresh that, is that fine? I might just have to close one or two of these. So I think that might be what's causing my computer to lag out a bit. So yeah, that's the thing. When you die in hardcore solo self-found, your character gets dumped into the standard league. So now that we've had a bit of play around and got to see what this league is like, I'll probably finish off here and then go do what I need to do for the evening, and then I'll be back and I'll probably play a bit, and we'll actually start going pretty full on, and I'll see how fast I can clear through areas. These aren't helpful. I'll pop that in there, I'll pop that in there.
Yes?
But these potions don't really do much. Cool, sell
Well, we live, we are
those.
blessed.
And what I might do is, cool, go to character selection, and I'll create a new character for when we get back. So I'll delete you.
Do you think you are savage enough to face the land of the damned, my lord? We offered you truth, yet still you clasped.
So yeah, that GP is getting hammered at the moment because it's just so freaking hot. So cool, grab our club, equip that club, talk to the exile, kill this dude.
The dead should remember
Skip all
their place.
tutorials, thank you. Put that in there. It'd be nice if we got a tabula right now. Just this barrel, tabula. No, tabula? Tabula? Nah. We've just got that one luck. And then, like, this crate drops a tabula. Nah, okay. That's unfortunate. I just want a tabula. Just make my life a lot easier. Just give me a ton of uniques. And give me a gold drum while you're at it as well. Just give me all that free, yummy elemental resistance. Do you like money? I like money. Might just do myself a favor and make that movement. Last thing I want to do is be walking around and then all of a sudden I can't because I've accidentally clicked on something and I'm attacking it instead. So yeah, the reason why I died just there before is because I had no mobility to get out of that bridge. So I got stuck on the bridge and just surrounded by enemies. Normally I would just jump out of that using a mobility skill. Driftwood, yeah, simple road, that's fine, and the rest of this is just garbage I might as well sell. And this is what I did wrong last little run through, because I didn't have any wisdom scrolls. I should have just picked up everything and sold everything the moment it dropped from Hillock.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Actually, I'll keep that, sell that,
Be well.
and then pop that in there, pop that, actually that can, I'll hold on to that until I know I've got a decent item from Tarkway.
Stay sharp out there.
Ground Slam, I'm not going to use it anyway. Oh, there's no two-handed axes. Okay, that's unfortunate. No red, green, blue either. Okay. No chest pieces that give me what I want either. Yeah, okay, so I guess I am using Ground Slam for now.
Farewell.
But we'll deal with that when we get back. Right now, we will purchase... What have you got? A 22%. Oh, so yummy. Screw it, I'll grab that. That's kind of a nice high roll, base roll that is. And we'll grab the cleave. Cleave is always good. Cool, we'll go in here. We've got no wisdom scrolls. I like it, I like it.
There's no time. I've become too weak to sustain the blood crucible. You see now, don't you? The Scourge are countless in number and infinite in hunger. I've fought them for most of my life and accomplished nothing except outliving everyone else. The Crucible is yours now. You must carry on the war. When you assault them in the Ravaged Lands, you can steal some of their power. The Crucible will absorb the corruption of those you slay. Do what you know you must.
Okay then. Did I get the blood crucible from her? Ah, it's automatically equipped it. Okay. And what is the command for that? Yeah. Tis an apostrophe. Yep, cool. Okay, well that can sit there, and then once I've done a little bit of clearing and I've got a wisdom scroll and I can buy a nice two-hand axe, then I'll put it back into a cleave build. Cool, awesome. Well, I am off for probably 4 or 5 hours, and I'll be back in the evening to play some more with you guys. Thanks for joining and chilling for a bit, and sorry I had to call this off relatively early. We're not doing a very long stream this morning. It was mostly just to get on experience and try to understand what's going on with all the changes in Path of Exile. I was kind of expecting big changes to happen, just hadn't gotten to actually touch those changes and play with them myself. Yeah. Frog did a backflip. Hey, cool. Well, thanks for joining in, and I guess I'll see you tonight. Bye.